down there with you.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Dawn Ott Field at Bison Stadium for today's PAC conference matchup between the visiting Washington and Jefferson College presidents and your Bethany College Bison. At this time, we ask that you direct your attention to midfield, where Director of Athletics Brian Sansom is joined by head coach Alyssa Finelli and assistant coach Spencer Reinford. At this time, Bethany College would like to honor its 2022 senior women's soccer class for their contributions to the program and to the college. First, let's welcome number 7, Michaela Crownover. Michaela is an elementary education major from Steubenville, Ohio. She is joined today by her parents, Ron and Marie. As a 4-year member of the Bison, she appeared in 44 matches while making 43 starts. She has been a key member of the Bison defense over the years. She has appeared on the PAC Academic Honor Roll, and she is a member of KDP, Black Student Union, and Phi Mu Beta Nu. After graduation, she plans to attend Bethany College's master's program in education and possibly further her soccer career. Her favorite memory as a Bison is diving face first into a huge puddle after losing in odds. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Michaela Crownover. Next, let's welcome number 97, Corinne Graybo. Corinne is a communications and media arts major from Morgantown, West Virginia. She is joined today by her parents, Robert and Christine Graybo, and her brother, Cannon. As a 4-year member of the program, she has made 48 appearances and 47 starts in the net for the Bison. She has 374 career saves and a 71 career save percentage. She has 4 career shutouts and 14 career wins. She earned back-to-back PAC Defensive Player of the Week honors this season and has appeared on the PAC Academic Honor Roll. She is a member of Phi Mu Beta Nu and PRSSA. After graduation, she plans on getting her MBA and later going on to work in advertising and digital marketing. Her favorite memory as a Bison is having fun at the Halloween practices and, of course, getting hyped before every game. Ladies and gentlemen, number 97, Corinne Graybo. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 senior women's soccer class. Let's give our seniors one more round of applause. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Donald Field at Bison Stadium for today's PAC conference matchup between the visiting Washington and Jefferson College presidents and your Bethany College Bison. Before today's match, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the presidents. The goalkeeper, a junior, number 1, Abby Hipkins. A senior, number 2, Izzy Saloom. A sophomore, number 3, Courtney Actis. A sophomore, number 6, Peyton Bailing. A junior, number 7, Kayla Doherty. A sophomore, number 11, Sydney Schneider. A junior, number 17, Katie Brown. A junior, number 22, Maddie Dietrich. A sophomore, number 25, Faith Bobner. A freshman, number 27, Jackie Fleshner. A junior, number 29, McKenna Mann. Leading the presidents is head coach Kendra Jones, assisted by Addie Fitzgerald. And now, let's meet your Bison. The goalkeeper, a senior from Morgantown, West Virginia, number 97, Corinne Graybo. A freshman from San Angelo, Texas, number 6, Jasmine Gonzalez. A freshman from Bath Lodge, Antigua, number 9, Shania Christopher. A freshman from St. John's, Antigua, number 10, Jada Benjamin. A sophomore from Huntington, West Virginia, number 11, Ava Lee. A freshman from Baltimore, Ohio, number 13, Brooke Falecki. A sophomore from Steubenville, Ohio, number 16, Mary Marshall. A junior from Green Bay, Antigua, number 17, Maya Kerwan. A freshman from New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, number 20, Emily Wenger. A freshman from Joplin, Maryland, number 26, Mallory Payton. And a freshman from McKinnon, Antigua, number 30, Monica Bird. The Bison are led by Alyssa Finelli, assisted by Spencer Reinford. At this time, we ask that you please rise and please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Don Alt Field at Bison Stadium is the place to be for PAC women's soccer this afternoon as your Bethany Bison host the W&J Presidents on Senior Day. Welcome everybody watching on the PAC Digital Network. I'm Drew Von Sayo. W&J comes in today with a record of 4-4-6 overall and 2-3-3 in conference play. The Presidents currently sit 7th in the PAC standings and will be trying to use today to kickstart a late push for the playoffs. Fourth-year head coach Kendra Jones looks to keep her winning streak going against the Bison here this afternoon. Bethany, on the other hand, entering with a record of 10-3-3 overall and 4-3-1 in conference play. The Bison standing 5th in the President's Athletic Conference right now and have the opportunity to make history here this afternoon. Fourth-year head coach Alyssa Finelli looks to guide her squad into the playoffs for the first time in her tenure and the program's first time since 2004. Our referee crew here this afternoon, Aaron Buckley is your center referee. AR1, Dawn Brown, and Sam Reynolds is your AR2 on the far side. The Bison sporting Their classic all-white home uniforms this afternoon. As for W&J, visiting blacks with red stripes. As mentioned, both teams still fighting for the opportunity to make playoffs. W&J with a little bit more of a complex scenario to get in than the Bison, having to win at least one of their final two games between Bethany today and Grove City next week, and then taking at least a point in the other of those two matchups. As for Bethany, much more simple, just a matter of win today and they're in. It'll be Bethany getting us started with the opening kick. We're underway here at Donald Field. Immediately, W&J had gained possession right off of the kickoff, and then Bethany able to gain it back. A little bit of miscommunication there between Mary Marshall and Brooke Filecki from the Bison, but Jasmine Gonzalez able to help Bethany gain possession back in the defensive third. Very similar formations here this afternoon between the two sides as the Presidents win a throw in front of the Bison bench. So the Bison in their typical 4-2-3-1. As for W&J in a 4-3-3. You see W&J winning the first free kick of the afternoon on the far side. Ava Lee getting a touch there on the free kick from Katie Brown. Brown, the junior out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and a product of Cumberland Valley High School. Shania Christopher quickly trying to create a counterattack. Through ball there towards the direction of Monica Bird, just a bit too strong, and now Katie Brown going to see that one out of play for a goal kick. So we take a look at our goalkeeper matchup here this afternoon for W&J. It's Abby Hipkins playing in her 8th game of the season. Hipkins with a .737 save percentage and a .125 goals against average for the junior out of Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. And as for the Bison, it's none other than Corinne Graybo making her 15th start of the season. Graybo, the .742 save percentage and a 1.7 goals against average for the Bison. Of course, Graybo, one of the two seniors here being honored today, along with Michaela Crownover, not in the starting lineup for the Bison. W&J now continuing to establish possession, driving their way forward into the attacking third. It's Bailing, left-footed effort, bouncing into the hands of Graybo, picking up a routine save within the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the match. First touch there on Graybo's punt was off the right foot of Sydney Hoover, sophomore out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Shania Christopher trying to find Monica Bird there, a pass a bit too strong. Both teams still trying to get a feel here in the first 5 minutes. Nice step there from Brooke Filecki playing a through ball forward to the feet of Mary Marshall, cutting to the outside here on the near side of your screen. Marshall getting stuck in there with Katie Brown, who is able to clear that one away, but not far enough as it falls to the feet of Mallory Payton, one of many freshmen for the Bison in their starting lineup. Payton out of Joppa, Maryland. Again, it's Payton for the Bison in possession. Slotting that one inside to the feet of Jada Benjamin. Rather, that was Monica Bird. Her effort curling towards the back post. Hipkins getting a hand to it. Long punt there for Hipkins. Wenger tried to get a touch on it. Kerwan just going to send that one straight up. Monica Bird, the freshman for the Bison out of McKinnon, Antigua. Mary Marshall on the near side, having to drop that one back to the feet of Jasmine Gonzalez. Of course, Monica Bird is an honorable mention for the Bison as PAC Rookie of the Week. Last week against Waynesburg, Bird scored the game-tying goal for the Bison along with the game-winning goal when they defeated the Yellow Jackets 4-2 here at home. One of the many key players in this young Bison squad. Of course, Bird along with Morgan Keelan and Jada Benjamin, 3 members for Bethany inside the top 10 as far as the PAC scoring race goes. Morgan Keelan with 12 goals, Jada Benjamin with 9, and Monica Bird right behind her with 8. Long ball there over the head of Faith Bobnar, sophomore out of New Eagle, Pennsylvania, and a product of Ringgold High School. Saloom contesting there with Jasmine Gonzalez. Bird shooting it out intelligently there in front of the Bison bench, and Bethany quickly with the throw in. Now in the attacking third. Slight touch there from Marshall as Jada Benjamin had to track further inside. Cross in from Bird off the head of Marshall, and it's just over the crossbar and out for a goal kick as the Bison with the first dangerous chance of the afternoon. Marshall rather frustrated that that one sailed over the crossbar. Mary Marshall with 7 goals so far this season for the Bison, right behind the aforementioned trio of Keelan, Bird, and Benjamin. Of course, the Bison having 4 forwards that they rotate on and off. It's the same starting 11 that the Bison have here today that they had Tuesday night when they defeated Teal 3-1. Long-range effort there just outside the penalty area from Jada Benjamin, and it falls calmly into the hands of Hipkins. A little bit of a touch there off of the feet of Bobnar, and then cleared away by Ava Lee for a W&J throw on the far side. Benjamin with her back to goal, trying to slot that one to the middle of the field, but Mary Marshall had checked out wide, so now W&J with a chance to move the ball forward. That was Fleshner. And now Shania Christopher racing in on goal towards Katie Brown. Hipkins off of her line, smothering that opportunity. And now we start to see President's head coach Kendra Jones providing some instructions. Heard Coach Finelli already multiple times here inside the opening 8 minutes of play. Sydney Hoover getting a touch there, allowing the Presidents to establish possession. The long ball forward from Courtney Actis, the sophomore out of Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. Lee just trying to send that one as far forward as she could, deflecting off of a President, and now Bethany having to build up from the back as Jasmine Gonzalez runs out of room on the near side. McKenna Mann gets set to take the throw in. The junior out of Herndon, Virginia. Brooke Falecki sliding to keep that ball in play. Strong effort there from the freshman midfielder out of Baltimore, Ohio. Emily Wenger reading the play brilliantly there on a through ball across the field from Katie Brown. A misplay there from Shania Christopher, allowing Kayla Doherty to drive into the attacking third. Saloom on the near side, feeding it into the feet of Bobnar. President's still in possession as Doherty crosses that one into the penalty area, and Graybo, without any pressure, able to claim that one. Long punt forward there from Graybo. Slight deflection off of Brooke Filecki. Actis playing that ball to the corner flag. Kerwan just simply going to see it out for a goal kick. Of course, W&J with a few members of their squad in the PAC weekly accolades. Katie Brown, an honorable mention for Offensive Player of the Week. She recorded her first ever collegiate hat trick last week in the 11-0 thrashing over Penn State Beaver, scoring all three of her goals in the span of 20 minutes. And then also for the Presidents, goalkeeper Gabby Lloyd, not in the starting lineup today. Honorable mention for Defensive Player or Goalkeeper of the Week. She made 6 saves in the 1-1 draw against Geneva. She's helped to keep the back line composed this season for the Presidents, along with Abby Hipkins. And then the other member for W&J, Kendall Obley, was named the Rookie of the Week. Obley totaling 7 points for W&J in the win against Penn State Beaver as Bethany sees that one out for a goal kick. Obley also scoring her first career hat trick and tacking on an assist in the win over Penn State Beaver. Obley not in the starting lineup for W&J, but available off the bench. The Presidents now continuing to establish possession. Feeding that one inside to Kayla Doherty, junior out of Prospect, Pennsylvania. Saloom, the senior out of Ligonier, Pennsylvania, on the near side. Filecki has that one kicked away by Sydney Hoover. We see the Bison front three rotating as they do very often now. Mary Marshall out on the left. Jada Benjamin playing inside centrally. Monica Bird, for the time being, still on the right side. Jasmine Gonzalez dealing with a little bit of pressure from Saloom, deflecting it off of Izzy Saloom and out for a Bethany throw just beyond the President's bench. And then that throw took a deflection off of Brooke Filecki. Chance now for the Presidents to work in the attacking third. A long throw there from McKenna Mann. Feeding that one inside to the feet of Maddie Dietrich. Now a left-footed strike there from Bailing. Diving effort from Graybo, but shot was well wide. And out for a Bison goal kick. That was the biggest test that Corinne Graybo has had to this point. But ends up coming away unscathed there. Scoreless contest to this point. Both sides recognizing that a trip to the tournament is on the line here this afternoon. Long ball played forward by Maya Kerwan. Jada Benjamin unable to get a touch on it. And then Kerwan will just play that one towards the far side. Filecki tried to keep that one in play, but her touch a bit too strong. That carries out for a W&J throw. And then Mallory Payton, the first one to the throw there from Courtney Actis. Mary Marshall unable to keep it in play for the Bison. course, the all-time matchups between these two teams, W&J winning 28 of the 49 contests, the Bison taking 18, and then 3 draws between the two sides as Felecki was trying to break forward quickly and just got tripped up on the ball. And a chance now for Kayla Doherty to drive forward in the midfield. Long through ball there, trying to find Saloom. But the turf there taking some favorable bounces for the Bison, and Graybo claims that one easily. Felecki bringing down the punt, and then Peyton trying to launch a long through ball forward. So whether it's the right or the left foot, Mallory Peyton capable of delivering a ball at will. She scored a pair of free kick goals for Bethany this season. One in the victory at Geneva, the other in the draw here at home on homecoming weekend against Franciscan. As the Presidents will be set to make the first substitution, it'll be Audrey Chapman set to check in. And she gets that opportunity now at the President's throw on the far side. Chapman will be checking in at the forward position in place of Faith Bobnar. A little bit of a touch there from Chapman. Fresh on field of play. A long cross there off of the post. Graybo getting herself caught there in the net, trying to quickly backtrack across her line. It was a dangerous delivery from the far side. Misses crossing the goal line by a matter of inches. I believe that was Maddie Dietrich delivering that service. And the Bison able to catch a little bit of a break there. I always say the posts are a goalkeeper's best friend, and Graybo certainly recognizing that there. There's a long through ball forward from the President's back line, falling comfortably into the box. Gonzalez getting a touch, several touches at that. Felecki finding the feet now of Shania Christopher. Plays a through ball forward, taken in touch off of Katie Brown. And the Bison will have their first corner kick opportunity here this afternoon. Just about 27 and a half minutes to go in the first half. No surprise, it'll be Mallory Payton set to deliver it for the Bison. Outswinging ball there from Payton off of Doherty. Second chance effort from Felecki. Hipkins diving, but that one well wide of the post and out for a goal kick. So I mentioned the all-time records here with W&J and Bethany. The last time Bethany defeated W&J back in 2001. Mallory Payton there getting a touch on the goal kick from Hipkins. Bird trying to get around W&J there, unable to do so, and sees it out for a Bethany throw. It was McKenna Mann that Bird is trying to show a little bit of skill, but the experience there of McKenna Mann coming into play. Long throw there from Jasmine Gonzalez, deflecting off of Katie Brown. The Bison just continuing to work it down the near touchline. That ball sailing into the box off of Gonzalez's throw. Easy to claim there for Hipkins. Peyton deflecting that one into the chest of Lee. And now W&J looking to maintain possession, but the touch there from Saloom a bit too strong. And now Bethany is set to make a substitution of their own. Knew it would be a matter of time before it would see Morgan Keelan, and she's set to check in. Jada Benjamin inside the penalty area. Benjamin sailing it over the crossbar. Her effort well too strong, and out for a goal kick. And the Bison unable to believe that Jada Benjamin did not get Bethany on the score sheet. Morgan Keelan will check in for Mary Marshall. Just under 25 minutes to go in the first half. Both sides have had quality opportunities here in the first half. That one, the most dangerous for the Bison. Ava Lee looking to quickly get that one away. Saloom on the near side trying to play that one to man on the overlapping run. Gonzalez throw off of Falecki, out for President's throw. Now a chance for McKenna Mann. Her long throw, deflection, sees that one bouncing into the penalty area. Easy for Graybo to claim. Doherty, the first touch there off of Graybo's punt. Jada Benjamin tracking back into the midfield to keep possession with the Bison. Shania Christopher playing it out wide to Monica Bird, trying to get a touch there around Mann again. Mann able to win the throw, taking it rather quickly. Looking to catch Bethany off guard. Saloom feeding that one inside to the feet there of Bailing, showing off some skill. Through ball to the corner for Izzy Saloom. Saloom wanting to cut back into her right foot. Shania Christopher trying to get a touch away there. Emily Wenger getting stuck in on Kayla Doherty. Bethany quickly looking to counterattack. Katie Brown ending the threat as of now. Monica Bird, rather, that was Maya Kerwan, getting a touch there on the long ball, but immediately assistant referee Sam Reynolds on the far side popping his flag up for offside. Audrey Chapman in the illegal position there. Do see another substitute beginning to loosen for the Bison. The ball finds its way right back into the hands of Graybo. Punt forward off the head of Doherty, taking a favorable Bethany bounce, and Actis playing it all the way back to Hipkins. Just has to clear that one long, courtesy of the pressure from Jada Benjamin. Chapman stepping in there to get in front of Ava Lee. Nice little bit of skill there from Brooke Falecki. Jada Benjamin has the ball knocked away by Jackie Fleschner. Gonzalez contesting with Saloom on the near side, and Saloom able to win a throw. Mann's throw into Doherty, and play stopped immediately. as our referee, Aaron Buckley, spotted the handball offense. Peyton playing it forward, finding feet of Morgan Keelan. Now Jada Benjamin cutting to the left side, and Jada Benjamin there fouling Actis in the process. So the Presidents now with the free kick in their defensive third. So it'll be Kaylin Wilson set to enter for the Bison. Saloon trying to turn around Jasmine Gonzalez. Strong touch there from Saloon, and Lee sees it out for a President's throw. Long throw there from Mann off the head of Gonzalez. Bird keeping it in play, and only just. Svalecki tries to combine there with Monica Bird, and W&J is set to make substitution of their own. It'll be Olivia Olson entering for the Presidents. Bailing trying to play that one forward off of Ava Lee. And now Olson along with Wilson able to check in. Kaylin Wilson entering for Mallory Payton, and Olson entering for Kayla Doherty. Ava Lee there getting ahead to the long throw from McKenna Mann. That carries over the end line for W&J's first corner of the afternoon. It'll be Bailing to take for W&J. Outswinging ball there. Bouncing its way into the penalty area. Wilson getting a touch. And Monica Bird quickly looking to counter for the Bison. Nice bit of skill there to get around McKenna Mann. Through ball forward in the direction of Morgan Keelan. Jackie Fleschner just going to send that one out for a Bison throw. Throw in from Gonzalez in the direction of Felecki. Getting a touch there was Sydney Hoover. Ava Lee wanting to send it right back where it came from, and now Actis thought about the long ball, but instead plays it in centrally. Through ball in the direction of Audrey Chapman from Bailing. A bit too strong, and Graybow reads it well. Bouncing ball. Benjamin getting a touch in front of Fleschner, and then Katie Brown clearing it away. Audrey Chapman looking to switch the field out wide to Dietrich, and Kerwan able to clear the danger for the Bison. Saloon, plenty of space. Now driving her way forward is Olivia Olson, sophomore out of Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. Corner flag ball there in the direction of Mann. Chapman tried to get a touch, and then Dietrich skies it over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. That'll prompt a little bit of instructions from Coach Finelli as far as the organization of the Bison back line goes. A little bit of pinball going on once again. Wenger and Kerwan see that out for a Bethany throw deep in their own defensive third. Just under 16 minutes to go in the first half. And still no score between the sides despite quality chances at both ends. Saloom. And now McKenna Mann on the far side trying to get around Jasmine Gonzalez. Mann on her right foot. And Christopher sees it out for a W&J throw. There's W&J wanting to bounce back after a 1-0 loss at Westminster Wednesday night. Have not picked up a point since last week's contest against Geneva. As for the Bison mentioned, they had their 3-1 victory at Teal Tuesday night, but prior to that, it was a 4-1 defeat against Grove City. Bethany trying to get numbers forward. Monica Bird plays it to the feet of Jada Benjamin, and a touch there from Katie Brown. Trying to send it out for a throw, but not at the appropriate angle. And so Bethany gets corner kick number 2 as a result. It'll be Shania Christopher taking the corner kick. In swinging delivery from the left side. And a head on it there from Wenger, but it's wide of the post. And out for a goal kick. It's one thing Bethany prides itself in doing is getting a touch there on every corner kick, as W&J making a substitution of their own. Selah Calacan checking in place of Izzy Saloom. Calacan, the freshman out of Waldorf, Maryland. Benjamin trying to play it forward to Morgan Keelan, but read very well there by McKenna Mann. Bailing dropping it back to Hoover. Keelan getting a touch, and now Bethany looking to continue a little bit of their momentum. Felecki split second too long there with her delivery. Wilson had gotten a touch. And then Bailing trying to play that one through, but splitting right between Calacan and Chapman. Cleared away by Lee and out for a W&J throw. Throw in from Mann. Ava Lee stepping appropriately as Bird saves it from going out of play on the near side. Keelan rotating in centrally. Jada Benjamin now on the near side. Benjamin driving into the penalty area. Benjamin firing towards goal, just wide of the post. And out for a goal kick. Jada Benjamin having to deliver that shot in a hurry as Katie Brown was quickly backtracking. And as a result, carrying a few inches wide of the frame with just over 12 minutes to go in the first half. Goal kick there from Hipkins, controlled by Bailing. Kerwan stepping there in front of Audrey Chapman. And Calacan contesting with Jasmine Gonzalez. Bethany has another substitute readying to come into the game. That's the other senior being recognized today, Michaela Crownover, continuing to loosen. Wenger finding Shania Christopher. Effort from distance. Spinning wide. Well wide, that is, and out for a goal kick. Hipkins goal kick intercepted there by Felecki. And now Brooke Filecki playing it to the feet of Monica Bird on the far side. Bird taking it to the corner around Actis. Now circling back. Trying to play that one into Wenger, and Bird wins the throw on the far side. And now the Bethany throw in. A chance for Michaela Crownover to check in. Crownover replacing Shania Christopher. Throw in from Wenger. Falling to the feet of Filecki. Now Wilson. Trying to send that one forward, but redirected by the Presidents. Chapman finding the feet of Bailing. Presidents quickly countering here. Sayla Calican trying to save it on the near side, getting a touch, and it just crosses over the touch line. Down near the corner flag, W&J set to make 2 more substitutions at the next opportunity. It'll be Hannah Goldman along with Kendall Obley, PAC Rookie of the Week. Another Bison throw for Jasmine Gonzalez. Keelan trying to play it forward to Benjamin. Not enough on the effort there from Keelan. And Katie Brown's through ball. The exact opposite. Too strong there. And falls into the hands of Graybo. Touch there from Filecki off of the punt of Graybo. And Bailing playing it forward to the feet of Dietrich on the far side. Dietrich now trying to get around Emily Wenger. Wenger smartly saying that one out for a Bison throw. And the 2 substitutes, Obley and Goldman, continuing to wait for the opportunity to check in. Bird finding the feet of Benjamin. And then Benjamin wanting to go right back to Bird, but the effort too strong as Bird and Benjamin weren't on the same page. Seen out for a throw by Katie Brown, and now Obley and Goldman will check in. As it'll be Bailing and Dietrich checking out for the Presidents. Chapman getting around Maya Kerwan. Audrey Chapman driving inside the penalty area, firing towards goal, and Graybo standing up to the test. Diving down to her right and pinning that ball to the turf. Uncontested punt there from Graybo from the Bison perspective off of Sydney Hoover, and then Wenger getting a touch just before it crossed over the far touchline. Falling to the feet there of Goldman. And a bouncing ball, Graybo reading perfectly. Graybo's punt this time right at Monica Bird. Goldman dropping it back to Actis. Hoover's through ball forward. Sent right back by Maya Kerwan. 2 teams still deadlocked in a scoreless affair to this point. Calican, a little bit of skill there to get around Jasmine Gonzalez now. Calican cutting back inside. Wanting to find the feet there of Obley. And now Monica Bird on the far side. Finding the feet of Benjamin. Circling back, looking for space. Benjamin now driving forward around McKenna man. Benjamin firing towards goal, right into the hands of Hipkins. Jada Benjamin from about 23 yards out. Hitting that one right into Abby Hipkins, who made that save look very comfortable as Benjamin had a lot of power on that effort. Ava Lee playing it safe, seeing it out for W&J throw on the far side. As Bethany gets set to make another sub, it'll be Carlene Thomas checking in. Fleshner, long ball forward, trying to find Chapman, who was making her way back. Flecky got a touch, and now ball out of play for Bethany's throw will allow Carlene Thomas to check in. And it'll be Thomas entering for Brooke Felecki. Thomas, the sophomore out of Freetown, Antigua. Kerwan the throw, feeding it to Monica Bird. A little bit of a complex substitution as Emily Wenger moves into the midfield with Felecki checking out, and then Carlene Thomas slotting in at left back. Man driving forward, slipping. She tried to play that ball to Obley. Crownover getting stuck in with Obley. Calican finding Obley again. Through ball forward from Olsen, trying to find Chapman. Off the mark, and now Obley still in possession. Benjamin had gotten a touch. Calican on the near side, cutting into her right foot. Obley being kept at bay by Crownover. Hoover recycling to McKenna Mann. Plenty of space to drive forward. Mann's delivery off the head there of Audrey Chapman. And W&J striking first. With just over 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. McKenna Mann had plenty of space to deliver that service. And as a result, Audrey Chapman at the back post, climbing the ladder, getting ahead to it. So now Bethany looking to respond. Now trailing here in the contest. Lee plays the ball forward to Jada Benjamin. Man had gotten a touch. Ball carries out for a Bison throw. Fleshner, plenty of time there. Not any sort of pressure from the Bethany forward line, and as a result, Man able to then play it forward, trying to find feet of Obley. Hoover switching it to the far side for Actis. Now W&J sensing they have the momentum. A long through ball well in front of the goal scorer Chapman into the hands of Grayboe. Grayboe's punt brought down by Monica Bird, and Bird in the process of trying to control it has the ball ricochet off of her left hand. Aaron Buckley right there to spot that violation. Brown's delivery inside. Olsen got a touch, and Lee has to head that one away to safety. Emily Wenger was in possession, and then getting a touch on it there was Sydney Hoover. Felecki finding Wenger, now trying to get around Obley, has it stripped away once again. And now Calican on the near side, taking this one all the way down to the corner. He tried to drive inside. Gonzalez got a touch. And then Benjamin had cleared it away, but Hoover read it well. Man playing it out to Calican, just over minute 20 to go in the first half. A pinball once again between the sides. Graybo gets that one. Jada Benjamin a little bit slow to get up. Graybo's punt falling right to Olivia Olson. Kerwan sensing some pressure here from Audrey Chapman. Graybo off her line, gathering it comfortably. Bird looking for an option. Thomas trying to play that one forward quickly. Keelan wanting to take a touch there around Fleschner. A bit too strong as W&J looks for one last potential attack. Thomas intercepting, finding the feet of Monica Bird. At that, Jada Benjamin, who was receiving the pass from Monica Bird. Benjamin now still in possession, driving forward. And Benjamin quickly winning a free kick with a few seconds left. The Bison trying to plead their case to get the clock to stop, and they do. We saw Aaron Buckley signal for the clock to stop just before time ran out. Jada Benjamin had received the ball from Monica Bird, got it on a second chance. And now there will be 2 seconds put back on the clock. W&J bringing everybody back to defend here for the final 2 seconds. Wenger to deliver for the Bison. Wenger's effort wide of the post, seen out of play by Hipkins. And that is how the half ends, on a 42nd minute goal from Audrey Chapman, courtesy of the delivery from McKenna Mann. That's the difference maker through the first 45 minutes of play. We'll step aside here on the PAC Digital Network, and when we return, coverage of the second half between the Presidents and the Bison. Up next here from Don Altfield. We're back here for coverage of the second half of PAC Women's Soccer. W&J ahead of Bethany 1-0, courtesy of the 42nd minute goal from Audrey Chapman, her third of the season. McKenna Mann tacking on the assist with that delivery. Was Mann's first assist of the campaign. Take a look at some halftime stats. Bethany ahead on shots 8-6. Both goalkeepers, Abby Hipkins and Corinne Graybo, with 3 saves apiece. The Bison a slight edge, 2-1 on corner kicks. Possession pretty much dead even between the sides. W&J with the slight edge, 51-49. But now 45 minutes for Bethany to respond and at the very least come away with a point. W&J will be making the goalkeeper change. It'll be Gabby Lloyd entering in relief of Abby Hipkins. Lloyd, the senior out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Lloyd will be now making her 13th appearance. In the previous 12, Lloyd with an .868 save percentage and a .85 goals against average. Sides have flipped. W&J getting set to begin the second half with possession. Goldman getting play started for the Presidents. Immediately, W&J quickly looking to set up the attack. Ava Lee smartly seeing it out for the goal kick inside the first 20 seconds of the half. Much of the same for Bethany as far as the 11 on the field go. W&J, a little bit of a combination between some first half starters, those who came in relief. Izzy Saloom trying to bring that one in on the near side, just beyond her outstretched foot. Winger's throw bouncing there off of Sydney Hoover. Brooke Filecki applying the pressure. Monica Bird going back to Shania Christopher. Wanted to play that one out wide to Jasmine Gonzalez, and now plenty of space for the Presidents to attack as McKenna Mann wants to play that one to Izzy Saloom, and again, just beyond her reach. As we saw McKenna Mann in the first half at left back for the Presidents, now moving into the center midfield. Mallory Payton keeping the Presidents their back facing the Bison goal. Fleshner trying to feed that one into Hoover. Filecki intercepting. Marshall getting a touch. Marshall hitting the turf, but continue to play on. Jada Benjamin trying to cut inside around Katie Brown, and Brown smartly sends that one out for Bethany throw. Throw in taken quickly there by Gonzalez. Filecki on the far side. And again, a Bethany throw. Touch there by Olsen. Flicking it forward to McKenna Mann. Plenty of space now for Mann to drive forward. Being contained by Lee. Mann's effort toward goal. Wide and out for a goal kick. Graybo's goal kick falling just in front of Jada Benjamin. It was Doherty who got the head to it. Rather, Bailing who had gotten the original touch, and then Bethany ends up with the throw. Peyton's header falling to the feet there of Fulecki. Shania Christopher splitting a pair of Presidents. Long through ball towards the corner flag. Lloyd quickly off her line as that one was tailing its way into the penalty area. Mentioned in the first half, Gabby Lloyd, the honorable mention for defensive player and goalkeeper of the week. She made 6 saves in the contest against Geneva. Throw in taken by the Presidents, falling to the feet there of McKenna Mann. Lee clearing that one away.
Stop asking that question. You know the answer.
Tori DeVere in the left back role now
You say stuff just to talk.
in place of Mann, who moved forward into the midfield at the start of this second half. Marshall's through ball trying to find Bird. Fulecki got a touch on it. And DeVere able to play that one forward to Mann. Mann feeding it inside to Hannah Goldman, and now a stoppage in play. Mallory Payton. Bison slow to get up. Aaron Buckley, a referee, beckoning Tyler Hyatt onto the field, so at the very least Payton will get some sort of on-field treatment. Just over 40 minutes left in the contest. Mentioned earlier too, W&J needing to win one of their final 2 contests, pick up at least a point in the other to stand a chance for the playoffs, as Mallory Payton walks off of the field on her own power. And now Kaylin Wilson will be set to check in for Mallory Payton. Wilson, freshman out of Wheeling, West Virginia, on the field of play, Lindsley High School product, and it'll be a drop ball to Brooke Fulecki, who just plays that one forward into the penalty area. Lloyd off her line, gathering that one with ease. Lloyd's punt over the head of Gonzalez, taking a slight deflection off of Gonzalez as she jumped up for the header. Brooke Fulecki forcing yet another President throw. DeVere feeding that one inside. Christopher looking to switch the field of play for the Bison. Through ball, right idea, but just not strong enough there to get beyond Actis. And now McKenna Mann taking a touch forward, driving in centrally. Lee sees it out for a Bethany throw. DeVere feeding that one inside. Bailing, taking it to the corner flag, crossing that ball in towards the penalty area. Scramble for it. It's still loose. Wenger finally getting a touch and clearing that one away. There were several players down inside the penalty area. Throw in there goes to the feet of Mann. DeVere cross inside, and W&J tacks on their second goal of the afternoon. Yet another delivery there from the corner flag. .38:25 to go in the second half. Bethany now trailing by 2. I believe it was Hannah Goldman. Flicked that one on past Graybo. And now Bethany needing to respond very quickly. Touch sent away there by Fleschner. Wilson dealing with some pressure. Off the head of Sydney Hoover. Christopher bringing it down. Goal there for Hannah Goldman, her first of the season. Benjamin having two presidents try and strip her of possession. DeVere playing it back to the feet of Brown, and then Brown's pass intercepted by Jasmine Gonzalez, who just launches it forward. And Katie Brown going to take that one and let it ride out of play for a goal kick. Hannah Goldman, the sophomore out of Naples, Florida, giving the Presidents a little bit of an extra cushion. And now Mallory Payton, good to re-enter the field of play, so she will check back in for Kaylin Wilson. Throw in from Gonzalez, trying to find Felecki. Hoover had gotten a touch. And now Gonzalez finding the feet of Benjamin. Benjamin getting around DeVere. Jada Benjamin looking for an option. Ends up having it cleared out of play on the far side for a Bison throw. Felecki trying to flick that one on centrally. Payton back on the field. Got some touches, but quickly loses possession. And then W&J coughing it right back up. Shania Christopher trying to get around Sydney Hoover and Peyton Bailing. Jada Benjamin now down in the corner on the far side. Benjamin driving in centrally. Her effort deflected away there by Katie Brown. Back post cross over the head of Monica Bird. It carries over the end line for a goal kick. It was Mallory Payton showing off her dangerous attributes on those type of deliveries. Monica Bird having that one over her head by a few inches at that. And keeps the Bison off of the scoreboard. Felecki feeding it inside to Christopher. Getting around Bailing. Christopher's through ball deflected there by Katie Brown. Jada Benjamin was looking for an option, but ends up extending the arm into Tori DeVere, so W&J able to gather a free kick in their defensive third. Free kick there from Katie Brown. Takes a pair of deflections, and then Felecki tries to play that one to the feet of Benjamin, but out for a W&J throw. Bison with more questions than answers at this point, trying to crack this W&J back line. Goldman dropping this one back to the feet of Olsen. Olsen trying to play that one through to McKenna Mann. Brown finding the feet of DeVere on the far side. Jasmine Gonzalez playing it forward. Felecki flicked it on to Marshall. And Shania Christopher winning a throw on the far side. And then Mary Marshall doing the same, working against Peyton Bailing. Marshall now looking for an option, being defended by Brown. And again, Mary Marshall winning a throw on the far side with the deflection. Throw inside from Gonzalez, trying to find Benjamin off of Tori DeVere. So the Bison just continuing to work this ball down the far touchline. Gonzalez getting ahead there and wanting to play that one inside. Hoover with the touch. Fleshner found the feet of Olsen and then touch there off of Gonzalez, sees possession fall to W&J. In the blink of an eye, President's giving it right back to the Bison. Felecki trying to find Monica Bird there with the through ball. Goldman looking for an option. Goldman the one scoring within the first 5 minutes of the second half, doubling W&J's advantage. Two scores across the PAC have gone final. Grove City defeating St. Vincent 3-2. Westminster defeating Teal 8-0. Monica Bird trying to get around Courtney Actis. And Actis sends that one out for a Bison throw. Bird quickly finding Wenger. Wenger trying to drive inside around Fleshner. Cross there from Wenger over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Gabby Lloyd simply going to take her time as far as setting up this goal kick and then delivering. Wenger stepping in front there of Izzy Saloom. Aaron Buckley stopping play as a result of the ball hitting the outstretched hand of Emily Wenger. Good eye there from Buckley to spot the infringement. Katie Brown playing the free kick forward. Kerwan got a touch. Benjamin with their back to the President's goal, trying to now get around DeVere. Jada Benjamin winning a throw of her own. And now substitutions for both sides as Morgan Kaylin Wilson will check in for Bethany. As for W&J, it is Kayla Doherty along with Maddie Dietrich. Marshall and Christopher out for the Bison. Bailing and Saloom out for the Presidents. Wilson dropping it back to Maya Kerwan. Quickly loses possession, and now Goldman playing it to the feet of Dietrich. Dietrich trying to get around Wenger. Wenger using her body, but getting a touch in the process. So W&J getting corner kick number 2 of the afternoon. Chance here for W&J to show some set piece mastery. Goldman got a touch directed towards goal. Graybow getting a hand to it, but not far enough. DeVere's second chance effort bouncing into the penalty area. Trailing towards the touchline on the far side. Emily Wenger winning a throw. Last deflecting off of Olivia Olson. Wenger's throw falling to the feet there of Monica Bird. Kerwan wanting to play it forward. Doherty trying to feed it inside. Morgan Keelan, plenty of speed, fresh off the bench. And then Morgan Keelan guilty of a foul there at midfield, just trying to get around Fleschner. And now a free kick opportunity for Katie Brown, launching this one into the penalty area. Ava Lee getting a touch on it. Benjamin looking for an option, ends up running out of room on the far side. So chance now for W&J to continue to slowly but surely take as much time off the clock as they can. Of course, the job not quite done yet, as still 27 minutes and change remaining. McKenna Mann trying to play a through ball forward to DeVere on the overlap, but ball carrying over the far touchline. Brown's delivery in towards the center of the field, aiming for Doherty, but Peyton got a touch, and then Peyton again flicking that one on. Felecki trying to gain separation there from Hoover. And through ball attempt blocked by DeVere. Kaylin Wilson driving forward into the midfield. Now Jada Benjamin into the attacking third. Benjamin has that deflected away by Katie Brown. It falls to the feet of Kaylin Wilson, and then Fleschner clearing on the extremely large touch there from Kaylin Wilson. Kerwan's quick throw falling to the feet of Monica Bird. Slots that one in centrally. DeVere finding the feet now of McKenna Mann. Jasmine Gonzalez quickly winning back possession as W&J gets set to make another substitution. Audrey Chapman will check back in. She was the first goal scorer of the afternoon for the Presidents. Wenger trying to shield off Dietrich. A little bit of a risky pass there from Wenger, slotting it back into Ava Lee. Goldman finding the feet now of Dietrich, driving inside, wanting to play that one to Mann. Read well by Lee to clear it away for the Bison, and then Wenger playing a 50-50 ball for Keelan. Morgan Keelan getting around Fleschner. Keelan outside the penalty area. Keelan still in possession, firing towards goal. A shot takes a deflection in the process and makes it comfortable for Gabby Lloyd to fall on top of. Morgan Keelan was looking for goal number 13 of the season, but strong defense there from Fleschner. Native of 84, Pennsylvania, keeping a 0 on the board for her Presidents against the Bison. Now Morgan Keelan again playing this one to Jada Benjamin. Benjamin driving inside. DeVere got a touch, and it goes out for a Bison throw on the near side. Throw in taken quickly. Bird trying to play it back to Felecki. Wenger trying to throw that ball in towards the penalty area, but right at Actis. Calican joining Chapman as far as the substitutes. Chapman will enter for Goldman. Calican in for Fleschner. Actis taking the throw, flicked on there by Olsen. The McKenna man moving back to her role that she had in the first half of left back. Tori DeVere slotting inside. And then the front three becomes Chapman along with Dietrich and Calican. Jasmine Gonzalez getting ahead there, but it's Calican playing it in centrally. Wenger able to send that one away. W&J now playing it back to Lloyd, who just clears that one away to safety. Just over 22 and a half minutes remaining in the contest. W&J winning a throw on the far side. So St. Vincent losing to Grove City, certainly a result that helps the Bison, who win a throw now on the far side as far as the playoff scenario goes. 13 points right now the Bison have in the PAC. Felecki trying to play it forward to Monica Bird. Actis getting a touch and then slotting inside to DeVere. For the Bison, as long as Allegheny does not win later tonight against Franciscan, it appears as if the Bison could clinch a playoff spot tonight, even with a loss against W&J. That ball carries out for a goal kick. Of course, the Bison would preferably just like to take care of business here and not have to leave things in the hands of Franciscan. Calican in possession on the far side, playing it in centrally to Chapman, who takes a touch there around Maya Kerwan. Kerwan getting a touch, but at last deflects off of Chapman and out for Bison goal kick. Of course, if the result holds, Franciscan wins tonight, then the final playoff spot for PAC women's soccer comes down to these Presidents and St. Vincent. Wenger trying to slot one forward to Keelan. Katie Brown getting a touch, and that one going to roll pretty far down into the corner. Wenger's throw inside, trying to find Keelan. Actis got a touch. Mallory Payton effort from distance. Off the mark. Calican playing chase there with Audrey Chapman, and Graybo's clearance deflecting off of Ava Lee. And Lee finally able to get it away from goal as Wenger tried to get a touch, and Dietrich lets it out for a throw. Crisis averted there for the Bison. Actis now looking for an option on the throw. Went to Dietrich. Dietrich back in possession after a little bit of a touch there from Kaylin Wilson, and now it's Audrey Chapman on the near side, but Wenger standing her ground. Felecki playing it forward to Keelan. Beautiful ball there from Morgan Keelan, finding Jada Benjamin. Bison quickly driving into the penalty area. Benjamin looking to get around Brown. Benjamin cutting it back inside. And then Brown able to force Benjamin out wide, feeding it to Felecki. Cross in centrally. W&J able to clear their lines for the time being. Through ball forward to the chest of Maddie Dietrich. Wenger beaten there, but able to recover quickly and see it out for a goal kick, as it was Olivia Olson who played that brilliant through ball onto the chest of Dietrich. And now Coach Jones sending 2 substitutes to midfield. It'll be Izzy Saloom along with Peyton Bailing. Set the check back in. Wenger now keeping Chapman away from the ball. Carries out for a W&J throw. And now the substitutes will enter in Saloom and Bailing. Carlene Thomas will check in for Emily Wenger. As for W&J, exiting Dietrich and Doherty. Actis looking to switch the field of play. Aiming that ball for Calican. Calican driving inside centrally. Wanting to find Saloom. Bailing looking for an option. Firing towards goal off the hands of Graybow. Deflects off of Chapman, who was working there against Graybow. And Chapman making contact with the Bison goalkeeper, Aaron Buckley, quickly stopping play and awarding a free kick. Audrey Chapman was looking for the opportunity to double her goal tally in the game and just got a little bit too antsy going through Corinne Graybow as opposed to going around her. Benjamin kept it in play on the far side, and Calican drove into the attacking third, Lee clearing it out, taking a favorable deflection in the process, and an opportunity now for Jasmine Gonzalez to throw this one in. Katie Brown with plenty of time and just drops it all the way back to Gabby Lloyd. Lloyd going to go right back to Brown, as the Bison did not apply any sort of pressure. Man slotting this one inside centrally. Bailing, left-footed effort from range. Smacked down by Graybow. And able to gather that one on the second opportunity. Bailing saw Graybow a little bit off her line, wanted to be aggressive, and Graybow getting just enough in the way of fingers on that ball to keep it from carrying over her head and into the back of the net. 2 Bison substitutes at midfield. Both have been on in the course of this game. One more recently than the other, and now 2 substitutes quickly becoming 3. It'll be Mary Marshall, Shania Christopher checking back in here in the second half, and then Michaela Crownover, who we saw for a little bit of the first half. Kaylin Wilson trying to find Morgan Keelan, but McKenna Mann stepping in there. Olson playing it forward to Actis, running in centrally. Thomas with a touch. Actis again, back to Olson, now Saloom. Carlene Thomas trying to backtrack there, doing so brilliantly, but instead it falls to Audrey Chapman. Second chance effort there for Thomas as Benjamin and Felecki try to combine in the midfield. Mann driving forward, playing it out wide to Calican. Cross in from Calican over the head of Saloom. And it carries out of play and out for a goal kick, so the 3 substitutes will check in now. for Bethany. Marshall in for Jada Benjamin. Shania Christopher in for Brooke Filecki, and then Michaela Crownover in for Jasmine Gonzalez. Carlene Thomas moving to right back. Crownover to center back, sliding Kerwan out wide. Marshall taking over on the left wing, moving Bird inside centrally, Keelan to the right. Kerwan finding Wilson, who keeps possession and tries to play it back to Ava Lee, who's passed in the direction of Morgan Keelan well wide. Chapman finding Calican, driving inside between Thomas and Lee. Calican firing towards goal, and Grabo comes up with a big save. Ball bouncing towards Olsen. Her second chance effort well over the crossbar and out for a goal kick.
How do you play libero and start 4 games and win, and then now you don't play?
The Bison surviving another scare there from W&J. Actis in possession. Finding feet of Shania Christopher. DeVere facing some pressure from Marshall. Drops it back to Lloyd. Chapman contesting with Crownover. Actis urged forward by Coach Jones. Through ball deflecting there off of Crownover. Bouncing into the penalty area, and Grabo picks it up with plenty of time. Grabo's punt off the head there of Hoover. Saloom slotting that one inside. Peyton with the touch. W&J thinking that ball was easily going to carry out of play, and somehow, some way, staying inside the touchline. And then Actis had to quickly go and retrieve it. And Kerwan guilty of a foul there against Saloom in the midfield third.
We got a little stiff arm action right here.
W&J getting play restarted quickly. Hoover tried to slot it into Chapman. DeVere shouldered right back where it came from by Mallory Payton. And Crownover with the touch on the ball from Katie Brown. Kerwan keeping it in play, but start to see a little bit of back and forth. DeVere taking her time, going back to Gabby Lloyd. Kerwan trying to play it to Keelan. Off the head there of Michaela Crownover. Shania Christopher getting a touch around McKenna Mann, but a bit too strong. And out for a President's throw on the far side. Just over 11 minutes to go in the contest. Mentioned for W&J after this one. Hosting Grove City at 6 p.m. in the final regular season affair in the PAC, as they continue their fight towards clinching a playoff spot. As for the Bison, they host Westminster on Wednesday the 26th at 3:30 p.m. Shania Christopher feeding Morgan Keelan, firing towards goal, and it's right into the hands of Gabby Lloyd. Now, Lloyd simply just going to utilize time management skills here. There's a hard effort there from Keelan, but tough angle, making it a routine save for Gabby Lloyd, using her experience and her senior year out of Butler High School. Lee just kicking that one long and out for President's throw. Man's throw inside off of Mallory Payton. W&J continuing to work their way up the line. Man tried to feed it into Chapman, and Crownover's feed there deflecting off of Chapman, making things more difficult now for Maya Kerwan, who just has to clear it out of play for President's throw, and we'll see Hannah Goldman check back into the game for Sayla Calican. Down to 9 minutes to go here in regulation. Actis being beckoned to take the throw by Aaron Buckley. Wilson in possession. Finding the feet of Morgan Keelan, who now has to backtrack a little bit there with the deflection off of McKenna Mann. Keelan driving inside, looking for Bird. Cleared away by Katie Brown. W&J just trying to see out the remaining time on the clock as the throw in from Thomas deflects off of Shania Christopher and out for President's throw right at midfield. Lee with the touch. Saloom working against Carlene Thomas. Thomas with the last touch there on the far side. Man feeding that one in centrally. Crownover not taking any chances, playing that one away to safety. Jada Benjamin gets set to re-enter for the Bison. Man finding Saloom, trying to keep it in play on the far touchline, and then doing so on the end line. Chapman's effort toward goal ends up carrying over the end line off of Thomas and out for another President's corner. Outswinging ball off the corner kick, falling right to McKenna Mann. Second chance effort, cleared off the goal line by Maya Kerwan. Defensive heroics there for Kerwan. Keeps the score line right where it is, and W&J getting corner kick number 4. Another outswinging delivery. Graybo getting a touch just in front of Audrey Chapman. And Keelan able to get a slight touch on it there. Bailing trying to track it down, but it carries too far out of play for a Bison throw deep in their defensive third. And Jada Benjamin now will check in for Monica Bird. We will also see another substitute fresh off the bench for the Presidents, Sydney Snyder. Snyder checking in for Audrey Chapman. Snyder, the sophomore out of Loudonville, Ohio. Man getting a touch. Falls to the feet of Bailing. Peyton playing that one in the direction of Shania Christopher. Can't control it. Out for a President's throw. Under 6 to play. Olsen controlling that one with the chest and then playing it forward in the direction of Snyder. Lee not taking any chances. And then Izzy Saloom lets it bounce onto the track for a W&J throw. The Presidents will make another substitution that is. The next opportunity to do so. As they get a throw in once again on the far side. The Bison with a substitute of their own. Brooke Filecki checking in for Bethany. It'll be Mackenzie Bingaman in for W&J. Filecki checking in for Mallory Payton. As for W&J, Bingaman in for Saloom. Bethany quickly gaining yet another throw, this time further up the far touchline. And doing it once again is throw from Thomas right off the head of McKenna Mann. And Mann able to flick this one in more centrally to keep it in play. Crownover with the touch on the long ball. And Crownover just playing that one out for a throw. Mann finding the chest there of Bingaman. Carlene Thomas able to clear her lines for the time being. Mann slotting it inside centrally. Wilson finding Filecki. Brooke Filecki able to keep possession just before losing it. And the ball there, well too strong for Hannah Goldman, and Graybo sees it out for a goal kick as the Bison pick up tempo. Graybo's goal kick right to Filecki. Now Filecki second chance finding Marshall. Turn there around Actis. Mary Marshall taking it down the near touchline. Marshall still in possession. Actis with a step. Out of play for Bethany throw. Deep in their attacking third. Marshall providing instructions on the throw, then launching this one in centrally. Christopher with a touch. And Gabby Lloyd going to chase that one all the way to the corner flag just to ensure that it does in fact stay with W&J. And McKenna Mann going to be set to take this throw, but certainly in no rush to do so. Sydney Snyder on the far side. Plenty of space to dribble. Snyder still in possession, looking for an option. Playing it out wide, Bingaman. Bingaman cutting inside, and Kerwan, the touch there to clear it away. Bingaman again, feeding it back to Bailing. Ava Lee sending it out of play. Mann's throw in, finding Bingaman. Thomas with the touch. W&J just continuing to work it down the far touchline. Filecki now for the Bison. Benjamin recovering brilliantly. Actis now stepping in front of Benjamin. Bailing still in possession. Sliding challenge there from Carlene Thomas. Bingaman's chance over the crossbar, but Goldman keeping it in play, and then on a second chance unable to do so. So it carries over the end line and out for a goal kick. 89 minutes gone, 1 to play. Hoover getting the touch there. McKenna Mann sending it forward. Lee stepping in front of Snyder. Keelan in possession, playing it forward to Mary Marshall. The Bison might have one last opportunity in the tank. Marshall deflecting it there off of Actis. And Actis getting there just in time to keep it in play. Brown just sending that one as far forward as possible. Kept in on the near side there by Olsen, but ends up carrying out of play off of her deflection. DeVere sending that one straight up and out of play, and that is going to wrap this one up. as Kerwan completes the throw. So the Bison unable to get the job done on senior day, falling to the Presidents 2-0. And now have to play the waiting game to see whether or not they get themselves into the tournament with the help of Franciscan. Bethany falling to 10-4-3 overall on the season, 4-4-1 in PAC play. W&J, on the other hand, improving to 5-4-6 overall and an even 3-3-3 in conference play. This win gives W&J 12 points in the PAC. So now W&J needing to at least get a point against Grove City in hopes of keeping their playoff hopes alive. Or if they were to drop that contest, they would need to depend upon other results across the PAC. Once again, W&J hosting Grove City at 6 o'clock p.m. Wednesday night. The Bison hosting Westminster Wednesday afternoon for a 3:30 p.m. kickoff. The goals in this contest for the Presidents, courtesy of two different goal scorers. The first one being for the Presidents, Audrey Chapman. That was her third goal of the season. The second goal for W&J coming courtesy of Hannah Goldman, her first. And those were the difference makers in this contest. The W&J keeps their winning streak alive against the Bison. And for the green and white, it's back to the drawing boards and getting ready for Westminster, regardless of whatever happens tonight between Franciscan and Allegheny. That'll do it for us here from Don Altfield for women's soccer action. Men's team kicks off at 4 o'clock p.m. with senior recognition beginning at 3:50. As you've been watching PAC Women's Soccer on the PAC Digital Network, Drew Von Sayo signing off. And be sure to stick around for the men's action coming up in just about an hour.